welcome back to the Daily Update from the Wayne County Sheriff's Office. I'm Captain Doug Hunter coming to you today on February the 7th, 2016. Overnight, deputies responded to the Apple Creek area and placed a man under arrest for domestic violence after they received a call from the man's wife indicating that she had been assaulted by the man. Now, I'll point out something about domestic violence. I've said this before, but it bears repeating because I'd rather prevent these types of situations than have deputies respond. But in a domestic violence case, we are required to make an arrest if we can determine who the primary aggressor is. So if there's a threat of physical harm or if physical harm has actually taken place, we are going to be making an arrest. So avoid being arrested. Keep your cool. Everybody loses their temper maybe and has an argument or disagreement, but do not let this lead to violence, because when it does, people go to jail, and it really looks bad on a job resume that you've been arrested for domestic violence or have been convicted and been to jail for that. So keep your cool. Do not resort to violence and stay out of jail. Likewise, violence resulted in a 16-year-old boy being arrested in a residential care facility last night after the 16-year-old assaulted a 12-year-old. The 16-year-old was arrested, transported to the juvenile facility in southern Wayne County. Now, oftentimes I receive calls or people ask me, say, hey, what about home security systems? And they're generally talking about alarms and video around their home. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the video component of this. And certainly there are many commercial grade video systems that are available to monitor not only the inside but the outside of your home. But we have had some pretty good luck over the years with people using trail cameras. And many of you will know what trail cameras are, but many do not. And this is an example of a trail camera. This is a Bushnell brand camera, and this particular one has LED lights. Now this particular camera here will emit a dull red glow. So if you're looking at this camera at nighttime, you're going to be able to see it. The glow is not real bright, but you're going to notice it hanging on a tree or wherever it happens to be. On the other end of the spectrum, this particular camera is what's called a no glow or a black flash type of a system. This camera, when it is activated, does not emit any type of visible light. You just will not see it even if you're looking directly towards the camera. Now, both cameras, and really all trail cameras, are motion activated, meaning that they come on much like the security lights that you may have around your home if they're motion activated. You have a motion activated sensor right here, triggers the camera. The camera can run generally up to about 60 seconds in the video mode. They also take still pictures, but my recommendation is to use these cameras in the video mode. Now, generally they come with a strap like this one here that allows you to mount these cameras onto a tree. It's quick and easy. You can have it on there in a matter of seconds. I oftentimes will do away with the strap and use a fine piece of wire to attach the camera to a tree. It gives the camera a lower profile, makes it almost impossible to see if you're approaching the camera from the backside of the tree where it's mounted. Now, there's oftentimes places outside where you cannot use the strap, or there's not a tree available. So I have a device that I use that's called a stick and pick, and it lets me mount these cameras virtually anywhere outdoors. It just simply has a mounting area on it and simply sticks right down into the ground, and I can place the camera any place I want to. I mentioned a few moments ago about using the cameras in the video mode, and that is because from a wildlife aspect is one part, but we're talking about security around the home. And what I've found is sometimes when these cameras are used in the picture mode, that we'll get pictures where the suspect is looking away and we can't identify them. Using the cameras in the video mode is much more productive in this fashion. Now, I've talked about using these cameras inside, but what I want to encourage you to do is to think about using these cameras indoors. I'm not going to go into all of the details, but think of this. Use an X-Acto knife and perhaps a cereal box, cracker box, or something of that nature. Slide the camera down inside, cut out an opening for the sensor and the lens opening, and it's probably going to be something that you can conceal around your home very well. And if there's that off chance of an intruder coming in, you're going to have some great video that will hopefully lead us to identify that person. Now, you can use these in your home, your outbuildings, your barns, etc. They do a very good job. Battery life, not really much of a concern. I replace the batteries in my cameras maybe about twice a year. They run off a AA battery, so pretty inexpensive way to capture some video. Just some ideas for you there. Certainly there's some commercial systems out there that'll do a great job, but a lot of people don't want to invest in that, or they rent and they have other restrictions, so this works very well. Using these cameras in the home, when you're present, simply turn the camera around and face the wall, and it's not going to record anything. Again, they're motion activated. So that's what I have for you today. Hope you find this helpful. Until next time, please stay safe.